Welcome back to the Bourbon Master. I'm Chris Wilkie. Today we're going to taste Traverse City Whiskey North Coast Rye. So, I'm going to preface this right away. I'm not a rye guy. This was sent in the pack. I'm going to give it a try. I've actually already opened this and given it one initial try, and I will say it's hard for me to get some of the flavors out of rye that I typically do. So I've read their little sheet that they sent along with the bourbon. I'm not sure I'm catching some of it. We're going to try it, see what happens. So when I smell this, of course you're going to get some booze. I smell some citrus. I get some mint with this. I've always been told, and well, I guess always, I was instructed by somebody that I trust in the whiskey world that I'm going to drink a rye. I'm going to taste 3 flavors most of the time. And it's not going to be all at once, and maybe a little bit of each, but I think it's just naturally from what the rye brings out. You're going to taste a bubblegum, a dill, or a mint are the 3 you're going to taste. So I smell this. I can smell maybe a little dill. I smell mint. It smells minty at the finish. But get a little vanilla too. I can see where that comes through. You get that vanilla extract flavor. So we're going to pour. I'm actually using a Muncie Brewfest glass. My other one's dirty. I don't want us dirty up this other one. We're just going to go with this today. Okay. So I'm not going to do a huge pour. Again, rye is not my number one thing. I'm trying to let it grow on me right now. But so let's take a sniff. Heavy vanilla when you get it in that tasting glass. Got some oak, and I think it's really got some dill and mint there too. I want to say some bubblegum. I think I trained myself that direction, but that's just me. It's got the rye spice right away. It goes across, I feel like I just brushed my teeth, like a minty flavor. And then it finishes with what I would say Pizza King breadstick topping. That dill butter on top. So I get that. If you're a beer drinker, I still pull some of my beer drinking days when I would do the Belgians. And I've been doing some lately as well. I always think rye and Belgian for some reason. I think they kind of flare out that direction. 45% by volume on this. I don't think this is a super pricey bottle. Try it again. We got a little sweetness, a little spice. Got some vanilla, got some oak. Mint hit in the middle. Little bubblegummy dill finish. This is kind of what I get with this. This was a shorter one. What would I use this for? Honestly, we're going to use this. And we're going to use some of this. And we're going to use some of these in an old-fashioned later. Because I think ryes are really naturally designed for old-fashions. In my opinion, they accentuate what you get there. They can get a little fruit flavor from this too. I can kind of see that. But we're going to do that. And then my next video, we're going to be tasting Traverse City Barrel Proof Rye. Which, after tasting it too, tastes completely different. It's a non-watered down version. I get that. But definitely a different flavor. So this is the taste of the rye tonight. I don't dislike it. I'm just not a rye guy. I don't think I can properly judge the quality of a rye for being a bourbon master. And the bourbon master's self-proclaimed title, I get that. But I'm just not sure I care for the rye enough to say that I would drink this. I think some other thing to note, my wife always used to say, I like boozy bourbons. I like a little bite to them. She always took that as spiciness. And spiciness you usually get from that rye profile that's in a whiskey in any sense. So for a long time, we bought a lot of rye whiskeys. It makes me think of like American Pie, and I'll do probably a little intro with that in the next one. But it's just, it tastes different. It's almost like an acquired taste like scotch. It's not the peated, but it's got a very distinct flavor. So if you don't like rye, don't go out and buy a big bottle of anything. These little sampler ones, if you can find a pack where you got this, and the barrel proof of this, and the barrel proof of bourbon, maybe a really good way for you to go. So would I say this is my best one I've tried for him? No. Would you see that on my blog? Nah. Is it bad? No. It's just not my cup of tea. So, cheers. Hey, Ron. Hope you're watching. I'm going to always cheers you at the end. And everybody have a great rest of the evening.